This is the first proof that members of the Donald Trump campaign team were willing to meet with people who had connections to the Kremlin in order to get damaging information on Hillary Clinton, the Democratic presidential candidate, in 2016. The person with those Kremlin connections is a lawyer who, though, denies having any connections to the Russian government. The Donald Trump campaign team members who met her at Trump Tower, of all places, are Donald Trump Jr., the son of the US president and the candidate at the time, and one of his closest advisors during the campaign. Also at that meeting, at the request of Donald Trump Jr., according to his very own statement, were Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of Donald Trump and now a close advisor to him in the White House, and the then campaign manager, Paul Manafort. In other words, very, very close advisors to the US president. The information comes to us from the New York Times, who spoke to White House advisors. In other words, members of the White House itself, who were willing to give up this information, maybe to minimize the impact of an article that was upcoming in the New York Times. Now, according to Donald Trump Jr., again, he says that nothing was gained from this meeting with this lawyer and that no further meetings took place. The US president himself, Donald Trump, meanwhile, says through a lawyer that he was not at the meeting and that he was not aware of it in the first place. He, of course, being that same US president who seems to not be entirely clear on whether Russia had a real impact on the US election or not, despite the fact that the US intelligence agencies say clearly that it was the Russian government and the highest echelons of that government who interfered in the US presidential election in 2016.